What's going on, everyone? Kurtzing here. Great League battle video. Got Mandibuzz on the lead, Sableye as a safe swap, and Morpeko as the closer. So right off the hop here, Mandibuzz into Gastrodon. Really good lead for Mandibuzz. Gastrodon Body Slam Earth Power. Not going to do anything to Mandibuzz. So you can safely no shield. I am running Air Slash on the Mandibuzz. I saw a video a month ago or so of Rise using it, and it just puts out so much more damage. And especially actually against fighters and stuff like that, it works out really well. Gonna go for Dark Pulse here. I feel like it would hit a little bit harder than the Aerial Ace, and that actually connects. So I'm gonna go for a quick Aerial Ace here, and I don't think this will quite take out, but it'll put them into a very farm down range. One more Air Slash there. So now let's see what they come in with. They bring in their own Mandibuzz, and you can see the Air Slash is actually doing a lot more damage than Snarl on theirs. Obviously, that's because Mandibuzz is resistant to that. So we're going to go for an Aerial Ace here. And what do I want to do? Both of us have both shields still. They're going to go for a move. I think the play here is to let my own Mandibuzz go down now. Do as much damage as I can before I go out. Yeah, but I decide actually to save some energy and switch into Morpeko. And no shield the Aerial Ace here. They bring in a Drapion. So I'm going to go for Psychic Fangs. And this should hit fairly neutral, I guess, because of the poison and then dark. Yeah, poison, it's super effective. Dark resists it. But it did drop their defense, which is nice. Gonna shield this first Aqua Tail up. And gonna go for the Aurora Wheel here. It is dark typing, so it's not very effective. Does get a shield though. The Aurora Wheels do so much damage that I feel like even resisted, it's gonna do. It borders on almost gonna take anybody out, but gonna go for another Aurora Wheel here. See if I get a shield. Do you get their last shield? And now I think, yeah, I switched into Manda, and I kind of messed up. I was like, oh man, wasted all that energy. I should have switched into Sableye, but their Aqua Tail actually doesn't quite take me out. So I'm able to get this Aerial Ace off, and that just about takes them out. One more Air Slash, and they Poison Sting down. Now I can come in with Morpeko and Thundershock down, and then they got Mandibuzz in the back. Am I able to reach the Aurora Wheel? Got a little nervous, went for the Psychic Fangs instead, and I think probably the right move because they're at a move here, so I don't think I would have got anything off. So at least I got a little bit of chip damage, and I dropped their defense. So I can come in with Sableye, and even if they get to a Dark Pulse, it's not going to take me out from this range because I'm too healthy. And so I should be able to safely reach the Dazzling Gleam, which I do there, and that's going to take out the Mandibuzz. I was very tempted, honestly, to go for a foul play. You can see there the timer was almost out of time. I was tempted to go for a foul play because of the defense drop, but I wasn't sure that it would take it out, and I didn't want to risk. Figured safe move, go Dazzling Gleam. I know it's going to take it out. So here I got Mandibuzz into Toxicroak, and Air Slash against the fighting type is super effective. So again, really good positive lead for us. Gonna go for an Aerial Ace here, and they no shield that, so that's Toxicroak gone. Zoom comes in. Now they are not locked in, so I don't want to just up and switch into Morpeko again. Go for an Aerial Ace. Same sort of thing. I'm like, okay, well, if I switch, it's like Morpeko is super effective. However, Azu is running, or most likely running Play Rough, which is going to be super effective against all three of my Pokemon. So I do have to watch for that. So I'm kind of liking staying in, doing as much damage on Azure as I can, and then come in and get some energy on the Morpeko here. Obviously, Morpeko is the better choice over Sableye because of the Thunder Shocks. It is doing super effective, and their Aurora Wheel, I can start boosting myself up if I'm going to be using shields. Might as well start using shields and boosting my attack, and then see what they have in the back. It is the Madi Buzz. So I'm going to go for another Aurora Wheel here. This is going to be resisted, but I'm anticipating they're going to start using shields. So they do use a shield there, and now my attack is boosted twice. So I can at this point shield again. Or do I know? Yeah, I know shield this, thinking that Foul Play or Aerial Ace is not going to take me out. So I can go for another Aurora Wheel here and boost my attack again. And I think they must have they were calling that I was going to bait. So good game there. Mantine into Mandibuzz. And Mantine, I think, has Ice Beam available. So going to go for an Aerial Ace here. I do run Bubble Beam and I think Aerial Ace, or what's the other? There's Aerial Ace and something that I'm blanking on. But they go for an Ice Beam. And that is super effective. So again, a similar thing, Morpeko would be a great answer here. Water and flying, but chip as much as I can. And at this point, I was like, you know what? I'm going to start using my Sableye as a safe swap, which is what it's meant to be. And I'm super glad that I did, because Gastrodon is in the back there. And Gastrodon would have been horrible for Morpeko. Whereas with this, I get to Foul Play so fast, I'm able to really threaten the shields and or just take it out with Shadow Claws here. You can see their mud flaps are adding up, but I called the Body Slam there and get to another Foul Play. So this will either take them out or get their last shield. Does get their last shield, and I'm not quite able to Shadow Claw down. So I'm going to bring in my Mandibuzz here and just take whatever energy they have here. Body Slam doesn't do too much. Gonna Air Slash down. I still have both shields now, and they have none. So I'm going to switch into my Morpeko to start getting Aerial Ace there. No, that's there. What? That one's run too. So now I was kind of like, well, which one should I pick? Which one should I pick? And they ended up they're like, yeah, it's over. We lose. So Mandibuzz into Morpeko. So now this is a bad one for me, but I wanted to stay in, and Morpeko is so glassy that I did want to try to get some energy or some health chips, like do some damage. They go for a Aurora Wheel right off the hop. It is super effective. Kind of honestly, actually surprised that didn't one-shot. But I am going to switch into Sableye now and shield up this move. It is a dark type Aurora Wheel. So good shield there. Gonna go for the Dazzling Gleam. I build up to it, and then I throw the Foul Play. If they no shield, I don't know if it would take out, but it is so glassy. They do respect the Dazzling Gleam. They throw up the shield. I'm gonna throw up the next shield here. And now I really want to try to get that last shield. And I go for Foul Play on their Primeape, which unfortunately they call. Had I gone for that Dazzling Gleam, I think it would have one-shot them. Aerial Ace here on the Mandibuzz takes out the Primeape, so glad that I got rid of the Primeape. They bring Morpeko back in, and I'm able to get to an Aerial Ace before I get Thundershock down. So this is going to force them to use their last shield, or I would have taken them out. So here, shields are down. Shadow Claw's going to be resisted. So bring in my own Morpeko, and they go for Seed Bomb. I was like, what? Seed Bomb? What? what is this? And I'm like, oh no. And they had so much energy that now they're at another move again. So I think this is another seed bomb. Just gonna take out my Morpeko. Didn't even get to a move. Like, man, this is not looking good. And then they bring in a full health Annihilate. I'm like, come on, Sableye. I managed to get to this Dazzling Gleam. Shadow type should take it out. Should take it out, yeah. Takes it out. And then I think they gave up, but like one Shadow Claw, two Shadow Claws away. That was a close one. Good match there. Mandibuzz Mirror. And again, they're running Snarl. And so see how much more damage the Air Slash does in this mirror. So I let them throw first, but let's see how the difference there, the chunks, like I've chunked theirs down, barely got any damage taken off mine. So I'm farming up. They get to another Earlies here before I've thrown, before they threw my Air Slash was almost doing as much damage as their Snarl and one whole Earlies. So there, now I'm at another Earlies here. So Air Slash and two Air Releases compared to Snarl and two Air Releases. So I'm still nice and healthy green. They're into the yellow. Gonna let another Air Release go through here. And then I started thinking, you know what? Let's use that trusty little Sableye again. Best see why they're not switching out. Maybe they've got something that is weak to Mandibuzz in the back. So I'm going along, and sure enough, yet another Gastrodon. So they didn't want to switch Gastrodon into Mandibuzz, obviously, but Gastrodon would also delete my poor little Morpeko. So go for a second foul play here. This will force a shield, or it'll take Gastrodon out. Again, I'm gonna call a Body Slam. I was actually really thinking on these battles here, because I was like, no, you know what? They don't have enough energy for anything other than Body Slam. Body Slam is highly resisted. Not gonna shield. Foul Play gets their last shield. And again, very similar situation. I'm not going to be able to quite Shadow Claw down. They are able to farm down, bring Mandibuzz back in. Their energy is useless. Like it still damages, right? But look at Earth Power, barely does anything. Bringing an Annihilate in the back. I've got an Air Release loaded, and Air Slash is going to also be super effective. So that Air Release does about half health. And here, I feel like I kind of messed up. I want to say I throw up the shield here. I do. And then I don't hit the Air Release. I tried to farm down or something. I was just like I was like, oh no, I've lost this one now. Come in, getting deleted by those counters, and I managed to Thundershock down. Then they try to do a little weird catch there, and they bring in their Mandibuzz. And I go for an Aurora Wheel here and takes it out. So very close. Kind of a misplay on my part, but good game nonetheless. And that was a 5-0 set. Definitely recommend that team. It is a lot of fun to play. Can get into a couple tricky matches, but overall, a lot of fun. And I look forward to climbing. It might be over tomorrow already. I might have to switch a team. Anyways, thanks for watching. Good luck out there battling, and I look forward to seeing you guys all in the next video. Thanks.